All right, hello everybody. ET210, Sustainable Engineering. Part of that is sustainable energy. So I want to expose you to some wave technology that's currently going on around the world. Not so much in the United States or in Oregon. We have a coastline on our state and we have a lot of waves. We're in the Northwest. So our ocean is fairly rowdy all the time. So that's a lot of energy. If you stood at the beach and watched the waves come in, that's an enormous amount of water that's going up and down, right? Lots of weight coming down as it crashes onto shore. So if that energy could get harnessed, that's a continuous energy. I mean, we have some flat days on our coastline, but not the majority of the day, especially in the winter. So there's a number of ways to capture that. And I just want to kind of give you an overview of those. And this is just a few of them. There's more that are in development always, it seems like. But why wouldn't we do that on our coastline? Like, why isn't that happening? Any ideas? A lot of our beaches are very scenic and beautiful and a tourism attraction. So the last thing that the tourism industry wants is a bunch of wave generators out in the waves that people can see. So that's a primary reason. It's hard to get the energy onshore. So somewhere you'd have to bring the energy to shore. We can't just beam it ashore yet. That would be awesome if we could. But normally we have to run cables and that's a very disturbing thought to a lot of people to have cables running from the ocean across our beaches or even under our beaches, and then to the land to provide a culvert for the energy to travel through. So that is another big problem that we have. But other countries have found ways around it. In the areas that people can't get to, you can hide these pretty well. And I have a number of hyperlinks in this presentation that is up on Blackboard that I want you to go to and watch, because it's going to show you kind of examples of this technology and how it works. But in general, we have wave energy systems that overtop. So you put a system in the water, anchor it, maybe anchor it down so it can't go up and down, but still barely floating type of thing. And then as the wave comes up over and drops down, it will spin a turbine. So everything we want to do is going to spin a turbine or a generator, okay? Same as wind, same as hydro. So overtopping, there's some very big systems out there that have produced a lot of energy. There is oscillating wave column. So this would be built onshore and built onshore into the water. So like in a rocky area, we have a lot of rocky beach in Oregon. You can have this oscillating water column built within the rocks to even look like rock. If you watch the videos, you'll see one of them that is hid very nicely. And as that wave level comes up and down inside the water column right here, air gets pushed up and down, right? That's an obvious thing. So as air moves up and down, we can direct it across a Wells turbine. And a Wells turbine will spin the same direction regardless of airflow. It's fascinating. So that turbine spins one direction when the air goes back and forth across it. So there is a hyperlink for a Wells turbine that I want you to watch also. There's below surface absorbers, and then there's above surface buoy systems. I think I have one of those on the next slide. So this is below surface, hiding under the water because people don't want to see these things. And it would then float up and down with the wave action. So it has to be near the top of the surface or near the beach. And then as it goes up and down, it has a cylinder. The next slide, I think, shows how that could work. We basically turn an up and down motion into a rotation and then spin a generator, create electricity. We just have to be able to get it to shore somehow. So this is what they're calling a hose pump, but this is also the same system that can work above water buoy system. There is a snake system that moves like this in the waves. And as it moves like that, pistons go in and out and then spin a generator. So there's actually lots of experimentation on this energy form. And there's a number of very successful systems in other countries producing a lot of energy. So we don't have them here yet. Sorry about that. But we're playing with it, right? And we're considering it as we move towards renewables. This is definitely a viable option. It's 24/7, right? It's around the clock. So here's the Wells turbine clips. So that PowerPoint's up in Blackboard, week 6. And there's a couple others. I think I checked both of these on the wave technology. I did check all these, pontoon generator and the wave snake. So go in and check those out. And after you've watched them all, there'll be some questions that will show up in the journal. Journal area, which I believe is just going to be our submission area. So it's okay if you all see each other's, and you have until the end of the week to do that. So watch all those hyperlinks and kind of school yourself up on wave technology. It's pretty interesting stuff.